Smashers. Junebug's left unfairly out of the conversation, but here we are getting into game 1 of winners round 2 with doubles here at the Script 2.
And we see Rose Color Boy, or RCB, as I'll call him from here on out probably.
I like that, RCB.
Rocking the puff. I mean, he is one of MDVA's, like, what I would say flagship puff players are when people talk about matchup experience around here. He's kind of flown under the radar because he lives in such a talent-stacked region, in my opinion, but he's always had a really, really good team synergy with Aglet. I remember I played this team, or sorry, with Junebug. I played this team probably like 2 or 3 years ago at a Doll Fest, so I know they've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah, and you can see the synergy right there. They already have their game plan sort of worked out. They know their roles, they know what they want to do, they know the distance they want to maintain. And it's working out for them pretty well right now.
Sharkz lost Nana very early in that match.
Yeah, that was, wow, that was a beautiful team save. You know, you typically don't think about Ice Climbers as like, you know, big team savey characters, but that's because they don't have to do anything crazy, just throw the ice blocks. Yeah,
the ice blocks do a lot, and then I also find that they have that popping up B that can save people sometimes, but I would definitely say if you're not teaming with a Spacey, the ice blocks are a godsend.
Right, you see a bit of a slow kind of momentum shift happening. I've noticed, like, the blue team, they figured out what Aglet's doing. He's kind of floating around, being a bit passive. Wow, what a slice.
Yeah, Timebones seeing through the coding of the game there, slicing right through.
He's definitely in the Matrix, dude. You see the numbers and the letters and everything, the green, he's like, wait a minute, I see it.
And Sharkz, I thought, would want to slow this pace down here, but Rose Color Boy and Junebug are content to make this 2 separate 1v1s. That's no issue for them. So I think that Timebones and Sharkz are going to have to find a way to be a little bit more cohesive in the more scrambly double scenarios.
Right, and it looked like they were starting to gain some momentum in these scrambles, as you mentioned. Then all of a sudden you saw a stock taken and then a rest.
They got separated again, and then they started, I think is what I would say what happened on that last stock.
Yeah, what's interesting about the team of Sharkz and RCB, or not, excuse me, not Timebones, is that they almost seem to play, I would say there's like Ice Climbers +1, you know? Like they're really tight-knit, close friends.
Almost like 3 Ice Climbers, yeah, but one of them's got a giant sword.
One has a big sword instead of a mallet. But you get this sort of like sense that there's some separation anxiety that happens. Like when they get too far apart, as you said, mentioned separated into 1v1s, there's a bit of a panic.
I think it's very interesting that they're kind of leading, they're letting Sharkz lead, because this is 2 characters that if you do see them on a doubles team, like you don't really think of Marth or Ice Climbers as particularly strong doubles characters, and then if you're going to see them on the same team, it's like, well, who's going to be kind of the aggressor and who's going to be the support character? Because both of these characters kind of fall under that, so you kind of got to let Sharkz lead. And it's interesting to see kind of Colin, like you said, kind of just trailing along right behind him, trying to get those slices and those big hits after getting a little bit of damage off.
Yeah. It's definitely like, have you ever seen like a super in love couple at a movie theater, and then they bring along their best friend, and they're just like the odd man out while these 2 are making out, and they're like awkwardly close?
You are insinuating.
That is exactly
You're reaching now.
All right, so game 2, and
oh, our monitor went down, but we got it back now.
All right.
Timebone's going to be way more comfortable on this stage. He is an FD fanatic, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that he labs out a lot of the things he likes to practice on FD, and just really loves the stage in general.
I just know he's got some good juggles here. I've been juggled by him on this stage enough times to know.
So you know see, I know through the grapevine, but you know through personal hands-on experience.
Yeah, I've been racked by both these guys quite a number of times on the stage. Obviously, the Ice Climbers love the Final Destination as well, but we haven't really seen Sharkz really being successful with grabs or wobbles in singles, so I doubt he'll start mixing them in doubles, because it's harder to pull off the setups and the wobbling and stuff like that in teams.
Right. Team's entirely different game in general. Like a lot of the what would you call guaranteed follow-ups in singles, maybe not as practical in doubles because of the ability to kind of mess things up, break them up.
Yeah, and it's not always optimal to just continue going in on the person you're currently going in on. Sometimes you have to just break away from your target to kind of go assist your teammate or go finish up something for them.
Yeah, and teams in general, a lot of times you want to put on as much percentage as possible in a short amount of time. If the stock is there to be taken, maybe take it.
Wow. RCB is just killing these refs.
Yeah, RCB. Rose-colored boy getting these phenomenal refs.
It's just
right
a
now.
mouthful, you know? Like it's a commentator's worst nightmare. We're happy to call you the full thing if you need it.
All right, so
Oh, Timebones got ice blocked to his death there, so it saves him it saved him last game. In this game, it cost him his life.
Yeah, it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. This is not an insurmountable lead.
I was just about to say something similar. I think, you know, Junebug is obviously a hard person to take a stock from cleanly, so we'll have to see how it kind of devolves as they get into the last couple stocks.
He just does a quick little combo on his teammate. Perhaps a bit of a miscue there. But the red team firmly in control, I'd say, right now of this match.
Now you're looking at a lead that's just going to get harder and harder to surmount.
Yeah, it's not an impossible comeback, but it's getting to the point where it's starting to become less and less probable.
And more
especially
like a
if
movie.
These back airs continue to come out. Interesting seeing Puff take. You know what? We've seen like two mostly passive characters take the lead several times in this set. It's really interesting to look at.
That is. I would agree with that 100%.
I've been playing this game for well over a decade. I can't even think of the last time I saw a Puff take the lead.
I think it certainly works for Junebug and Rose Color Boy because Junebug has a really great style when he sits back and is reserved and was waiting and picking his shots.
And this is looking like the end.
And that's just like something you can tell that they've just done 100 times. That setup right there at the end.
Yeah, and it's effortless.
It was very, very on point in terms of the time.